Hey everyone, welcome to Idioms Made Easy. In this series, we're breaking down common idioms that can boost your performance in exams like TOEFL, SAT, IELTS, and even college applications. Using idioms correctly can help you sound more fluent and natural. Remember to use them in your essays, interviews, and speaking tests to really impress. So let's jump into Series 1 with 25 essential idioms. First up, a blessing in disguise. This idiom means something good that seems bad at first. For example, not getting the job might feel disappointing, but it could be a blessing in disguise if it leads to a better opportunity later. Think of an event that seems unlucky but turns out for the best. That's a blessing in disguise. Next, we have a dime a dozen. This means something is very common. For example, cheap souvenirs in tourist spots are a dime a dozen. Use it when something is so easy to find. It's not special. Now, don't beat around the bush. This means avoiding the main point. For example, if you're nervous about asking a favor, you might beat around the bush instead of just saying it directly. It's like circling around an idea without getting straight to it. Better late than never. This means it's better to do something late than not do it at all. For instance, if you submit your assignment right before the deadline, you can say, better late than never. This idiom works when you finally do something, even if it's late. Bite the bullet means to endure something unpleasant. For example, you might hate the dentist, but when you need a tooth pulled, you just have to bite the bullet. It's all about facing something tough and getting through it. Ever felt awkward in a social situation? That's when you break the ice. It means starting a conversation to make things less uncomfortable. For example, a joke or compliment can break the ice at a party. Think of starting a conversation that melts the tension in the room. Call it a day. This means to stop working for the day. For example, after studying for hours, you might decide, let's call it a day and relax. It's about knowing when to stop and take a break. Next is cutting corners. This means doing something the easiest, quickest, or cheapest way, often sacrificing quality. For example, if you finish a school project too fast and it's not your best work, you've been cutting corners. It's like skipping important steps to save time, but the result might not be great. Next, we have easy does it. This means to slow down or do something carefully. For example, if you're building a model and going too fast, someone might say, easy does it, so you don't break anything. Think of it like taking your time and being gentle to avoid mistakes. When things get out of hand, it means they're getting out of control. For example, if a small argument turns into a huge fight, it's gotten out of hand. This idiom is perfect for describing situations that escalate quickly. Get something out of your system means to do something you've wanted to do so you can move on. For example, if you've been dying to travel but have been too busy, you can take a short trip to get it out of your system. It's about satisfying an urge or desire so you can focus on other things. When someone says, get your act together, they mean you need to start organizing yourself or doing things properly. For example, if you're missing deadlines, your teacher might say, you need to get your act together. Use this when someone needs to stop being disorganized and get serious. Give someone the benefit of the doubt means to believe someone even if you're unsure. For example, if a friend is late and says they were stuck in traffic, you might give them the benefit of the doubt and believe they're telling the truth. It's all about trusting someone, even when you don't have all the facts. Next is go back to the drawing board, which means starting over when something doesn't work. For example, if your plan to study all night didn't help you pass the test, it's time to go back to the drawing board and find a better strategy. Sometimes when things fail, the best thing to do is start fresh. When someone says, hang in there, they're encouraging you to keep going, even if things are tough. For example, if you're studying hard for finals, your friends might say, hang in there. It'll be over soon. It's all about staying strong and not giving up when things get difficult. Hit the sack means to go to bed. For example, if you're exhausted after a long day, you might say, I'm going to hit the sack early tonight. This one's easy to remember. It's just another way to say, I'm going to sleep. It's not rocket science, means something isn't very complicated. For example, if your friend is struggling to understand something simple, you might say, come on, it's not rocket science. Use this when you want to say something is easier than it seems. When you let someone off the hook, you stop blaming or punishing them for something. For example, if you forget to do your chores and your parents don't get mad, they're letting you off the hook. It's all about giving someone a break and not holding them responsible. Make a long story short means to sum up a long explanation quickly. For example, if someone's telling a long story, they might say, to make a long story short, we missed the flight. It's perfect for when you don't want to go into all the details. Miss the boat means to miss an opportunity. For example, if you didn't apply for a job and now it's closed, you've missed the boat. It's like missing a chance that won't come back. Next is no pain, no gain. Means you have to work hard or endure difficulty to achieve something. For example, studying for hours might be tough, but no pain, no gain. Use this when hard work or effort is required to get results. If you're on the ball, you're doing something well or being alert. For example, if you're always prepared for class, your teacher might say, you're really on the ball. It's a great way to describe someone who's sharp and quick. Pull someone's leg means to joke or tease someone. For example, if you tell your friend something unbelievable and then admit you were kidding, you were just pulling their leg. It's all about playful teasing, not serious. Speak of the devil is used when the person you're talking about suddenly appears. For example, if you and your friends are discussing someone and they walk into the room, you'd say, speak of the devil. It's a fun way to acknowledge when someone shows up unexpectedly. Take it with a grain of salt means to not take something too seriously or to be skeptical. For example, if you hear a rumor, you might say, I'll take that with a grain of salt until I know the truth. It's like saying, don't fully believe it until you're sure. So there you have it, 25 idioms you can start using right away. Remember, these idioms will help you sound more natural and fluent, whether you're writing essays, taking exams, or just having conversations. Link for digital copy and online test is available in the description. All right, time to hit the sack. See you next time for more idioms to boost your English.